Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to today's story time. Have you ever heard of the clever turtle and the greedy monkey? Well, today we bring you a famous folktale from the Philippines, The Monkey and the Turtle. This story teaches us an important lesson. Those who cheat others will face their downfall, and quick thinking can save the day. So, get comfortable, close your eyes if you want, and let your imagination take you into this wonderful tale. Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest near a river, lived a monkey and a turtle. They were not exactly friends, but they often met while looking for food. One day, as they walked along the riverbank, they found a floating banana tree trunk with roots growing from it. The monkey's eyes sparkled with greed. "This is perfect," he thought. "I will eat sweet bananas soon." The turtle, who was slow but very wise, also saw the banana tree as a great opportunity. But little did he know, the monkey had a sneaky plan, and so their adventure with the banana tree began. But who will truly enjoy its fruits? Let's find out in the next part. The monkey and the turtle looked at the banana tree floating in the river. The monkey, who was always thinking about himself, quickly said, "Let's share this tree. We will plant it and grow bananas." The turtle, who was kind and wise, agreed, but the monkey had another idea in his mind. He looked at the tree carefully and saw that it had two parts. One part had leaves, while the other had only roots. The monkey smiled and said, "We should divide the tree. Since I am taller and faster, I will take the top part with the leaves. You can have the bottom part with the roots." The turtle thought for a moment. He knew this was unfair because plants grow from their roots, not just their leaves. But the monkey was strong and quick, and the turtle did not want to argue. So he agreed to the monkey's plan. The monkey happily took the leafy top part and ran to plant it in the soil. The turtle slowly took the bottom part and carefully placed it in the ground near his home. Days passed. The turtle watered his plant and made sure the soil was good. The roots were strong, and soon new leaves began to grow. His banana tree was growing taller every day. But the monkey's plant was different. Since it had no roots, it started to dry up. The leaves turned brown, and after some time, the plant completely died. The monkey became angry. He could not understand why his tree was not growing. He stomped his feet and shouted, "Why is this not working? I chose the best part of the tree." Meanwhile, the turtle's tree became bigger and bigger. Small banana flowers started to appear, and soon real bananas began to grow. The turtle was happy. He had been patient and worked hard, and now he would get delicious bananas. But the monkey, seeing the turtle's success, became jealous. He did not care that he had been unfair. Instead, he only thought about himself. He wanted to eat the bananas, even though he had not done any of the work. He came up with another plan, a plan to take the turtle's bananas for himself. One morning, the monkey woke up feeling very hungry. He thought about the turtle's banana tree, now full of ripe, yellow bananas. His mouth watered just thinking about the sweet taste. But he knew the bananas did not belong to him. The turtle had taken care of the tree, and it had grown strong because of his patience and effort. The monkey, however, did not care about fairness. He only cared about getting what he wanted. He walked to the turtle's home and saw the banana tree standing tall, filled with fruit. He looked around and saw the turtle resting under the shade of the tree. The turtle was happy, knowing that soon he would enjoy the bananas he had worked so hard to grow. The monkey smiled and pretended to be friendly. He walked up to the turtle and said, "My dear friend, your banana tree is amazing. Look at those beautiful bananas. You have done a great job." The turtle looked at the monkey and knew he was up to something, but he remained calm and said, "Yes, the tree has grown well. Soon, I will climb up and pick the bananas." The monkey laughed loudly. "Climb up? But you are a turtle. You have short legs and you move very slowly. How will you ever reach the top?" The turtle knew this was true. He could not climb the tree as the monkey could, but he had been patient for so long, and he would find a way to enjoy his bananas. He was not in a hurry. The monkey then said, "Let me help you. Since I can climb, I will go up and pick the bananas for you. Then we will share them." The turtle thought for a moment. He knew the monkey was not to be trusted, but he also knew he could not reach the bananas alone. He decided to take the risk and let the monkey climb the tree. The monkey wasted no time. He quickly jumped onto the tree and climbed higher and higher. Soon, he reached the top where the bananas were hanging. He picked one and took a big bite. The banana was sweet and soft, just as he had imagined. The turtle looked up and called out, "Please throw some bananas down for me. We agreed to share." But the monkey did not listen. He was enjoying the bananas too much. He kept eating one after another, stuffing his mouth with the fruit. He laughed and said, "These bananas are so delicious. Maybe I should eat a few more before throwing some down." The turtle waited and waited, but the monkey never shared. He ate until his stomach was full, and when there were only a few bananas left, he smirked and said, "Oh, I am sorry, my friend. I was so hungry that I ate most of them. There are only a few left, but they are too small to throw down. Maybe next time you will get some." The turtle was angry. He had worked hard, and the monkey had taken everything, but instead of shouting, the turtle stayed quiet. He had an idea. If the monkey thought he could get away with cheating, he was wrong. The turtle was small, but he was smart, and he was about to teach the monkey a lesson he would never forget. The turtle sat quietly under the tree, watching as the monkey finished eating the last of the bananas. The monkey licked his fingers, stretched his arms, and laughed. He had eaten so much that his belly was full, and he felt very pleased with himself. He looked down at the turtle and said, "Thank you for letting me enjoy your bananas, my friend. They were delicious." The turtle narrowed his eyes but did not argue. He already knew the monkey would not share. He had expected this. But the turtle was not just patient. He was also clever. He needed to teach the monkey a lesson, and he already had a plan in his mind. The monkey, full and happy, started to climb down the tree. He moved slowly, enjoying the warmth of the sun on his back. But just as he was about to reach the ground, The turtle spoke in a calm voice. "Monkey, my friend, you have tricked me. You promised to share, but you ate all the bananas yourself. That was not fair." The monkey grinned. "Well, life is not always fair, turtle. You should have known better than to trust me." He laughed again and jumped to the ground, landing right in front of the turtle. "Anyway, I must be going now. I have had a great meal, and I am feeling sleepy." The turtle nodded. "I understand, monkey, but before you leave, I must ask, how will you repay me?" The monkey's smile faded. "Repay you? For what?" "For the bananas," the turtle said. "I took care of the tree. I waited patiently, and I trusted you, but you took everything for yourself. Don't you think you should pay me back for that?" The monkey scratched his head and smirked. "And what if I don't? What can a slow little turtle like you do to me?" The turtle did not answer. Instead, he slowly walked toward the river and spoke without turning back. "You are a monkey, fast and strong, but I am a turtle, patient and wise. Let us see who wins in the end." The monkey laughed loudly. "Oh, turtle, you are too slow to do anything to me. I have nothing to worry about." He wiped his mouth, stretched his arms again, and turned to leave. But just as he took his first step, the turtle called out, "Wait! Since you have eaten my bananas, you must face punishment, and I will decide what it will be." The monkey turned back, curious but still amused. "And what will you do? Chase me? Catch me? You are too slow for that." The turtle finally smiled. "I do not need to chase you, monkey. I have many friends in this forest, and they will help me." The monkey's grin faded a little. "Friends? Who are these friends?" The turtle took a deep breath. "The birds, the fish, the ants, the bees, and all the creatures of the forest. They have all seen what you have done, and they do not like a greedy monkey who steals from others." The monkey frowned. He knew that the animals in the forest listened to the turtle because he was wise and fair. If the turtle called for help, the monkey might be in trouble. Still, the monkey did not want to show fear. He folded his arms and said, "What can they do to me?" The turtle answered calmly, "You will see soon enough, monkey. You will see very soon." The monkey felt a shiver run down his spine, but he quickly shook it off. He did not believe that a small turtle could do anything to him. So, he laughed once more and walked away, thinking that the matter was over. But the turtle had already begun to set his plan in motion, and before the sun set that day, the monkey would learn a lesson he would never forget. The monkey walked away from the turtle, still laughing to himself. He thought he had won. He had tricked the turtle, eaten all the bananas, and there was nothing the turtle could do about it. He felt proud of himself, thinking that he was the smartest animal in the forest. As he walked through the trees, he began to feel sleepy. Eating so many bananas had made him tired, and the warm afternoon sun made him even sleepier. He yawned, stretched his arms, and decided to rest. He found a large, thick branch on a tree and climbed up to lie down. The soft breeze rocked the leaves gently, and soon the monkey fell into a deep sleep. Meanwhile, The turtle was not wasting any time. He knew the monkey well, lazy, greedy, and full of pride. The turtle had seen how the monkey had eaten until he was too full to move quickly. He also knew the monkey would sleep after eating so much. This was the perfect time to act. The turtle slowly made his way through the forest, calling for his friends. He spoke to the birds, the ants, the bees, and the fish. He told them what had happened, that the monkey had tricked him, stolen his bananas, and laughed at him for being slow. The animals of the forest were angry. They knew the turtle was wise and fair. He never tricked or cheated anyone. The monkey, on the other hand, had done this many times before. He always thought he was smarter than everyone else. The birds flew up into the trees to search for the monkey. The ants marched in long lines, ready to help. The bees buzzed, waiting for the right moment. Even the fish listened from the river, curious about what would happen next. It did not take long for the birds to find the monkey. He was lying on a tree branch, snoring loudly. His belly was full, and he looked very comfortable. The birds flew back to the turtle and told him where the monkey was sleeping. The turtle nodded. He had expected this. Slowly, he made his way to the tree where the monkey slept. The ants followed behind him in a long, steady line. The bees hovered in the air, waiting for the signal. When the turtle arrived, he looked up and saw the monkey, fast asleep. He smiled. The monkey was about to wake up to a very big surprise. The turtle turned to the ants and said, "Go ahead, my friends. Teach the monkey a lesson." The ants did not waste a second. They climbed up the tree, their tiny legs moving quickly. Soon, they reached the monkey and began to crawl all over him. His arms, his legs, his belly, his face. At first, the monkey did not notice. But then, the ants started to bite. The monkey twitched in his sleep. Then he scratched his arm. Then his leg. Then his face. More and more ants crawled over him, biting and biting. Suddenly, the monkey's eyes shot open. He let out a loud scream. "Ah! What is happening?" He jumped up, waving his arms and legs, trying to shake off the ants, but they were everywhere. He scratched and scratched, but the ants kept biting. He lost his balance and fell from the tree, landing on the ground with a loud thud. Before he could even stand up, the bees flew toward him. They buzzed angrily, circling around him. The monkey's eyes widened in fear. "No, no, no!" he shouted. But it was too late. The bees began to sting him. On his arms, on his back, on his ears. The monkey ran as fast as he could, screaming in pain. The ants were still on him, biting, and the bees chased him, stinging. He ran through the trees, through the bushes, through the river, trying to escape. But the turtle had planned everything carefully. Wherever the monkey went, he faced trouble. If he ran to the trees, the birds pecked at him. If he ran to the river, the fish splashed water in his face. If he tried to hide, the bees found him. The monkey was in so much pain that he did not know what to do. His whole body ached, his skin burned, and his energy was gone. He had never been so miserable in his life. Finally, he collapsed on the ground, panting and weak. The ants slowly crawled away. The bees flew back to their hive, and the birds returned to their branches. The turtle walked up to the monkey and looked at him calmly. "You see, monkey," the turtle said, "you thought you were smart, but being greedy and tricking others will always lead to trouble. Now you understand what happens when you cheat a friend." The monkey groaned. He was too weak to argue. His whole body hurt, and he knew the turtle was right. He had made a mistake, a very painful one, but what would happen next? Would the turtle forgive him, or was there still more punishment waiting for him? The monkey lay on the ground, exhausted. His body ached from the ant bites. His skin burned from the bee stings, and he could still feel the scratches and bruises from running through the forest in panic. He had never felt so weak before. His pride was gone, and for the first time in his life he had nothing to say. The turtle stood beside him, watching. The other animals of the forest had gathered around, waiting to see what the turtle would do next. They knew that the turtle was wise and fair. He was not like the monkey who acted without thinking. After a long moment, the turtle spoke. His voice was calm but firm. "Monkey," he said, "you have learned a hard lesson today. You thought you could cheat and get away with it, but in the end, cheating only brings trouble. You took all the bananas for yourself and left me with nothing. You laughed at me, thinking that I was weak and slow. But today, you have seen that greed will always bring pain." The monkey did not answer. He lowered his head in shame. He knew the turtle was right. He had always thought he was the smartest in the forest, always tricking others to get what he wanted. But now he had been outsmarted. The turtle, who he had called slow and foolish, had defeated him without even fighting. The forest was silent. The birds, the ants, the bees, the fish, all the animals were watching. They wanted to see if the monkey had truly learned his lesson. Finally, the monkey took a deep breath and spoke. His voice was weak. "Turtle," he said, I am sorry. I was wrong to trick you. I was greedy, and I did not think about how you felt. I only cared about myself. And now, I understand that my actions have consequences." The turtle nodded. "It is good that you understand," he said. "But words alone are not enough. You must prove that you have truly changed. You must show that you are sorry, not just say it." The monkey looked up at the turtle. "What? What must I do?" he asked. The turtle thought for a moment. Then he said, "You ate all the bananas, so now you must find a way to give back. You must help plant new banana trees, not just for me, but for all the animals in the forest. The trees will not grow in a day, but if you work hard, they will bear fruit for everyone." The monkey hesitated. He had never worked hard for anything in his life. He had always found tricks and shortcuts, but now he had no choice. He had no food, no strength, and no friends left to help him. If he wanted to be forgiven, he had to do what the turtle asked. Slowly, the monkey stood up. His body still ached, but he forced himself to move. "All right," he said, "I will do it. I will plant the banana trees." The turtle and the other animals watched as the monkey walked toward the riverbank, where the best soil was. The ants followed him, ready to help dig the holes. The birds flew off to find banana seeds. Even the bees, who had stung him earlier, watched with curiosity. The monkey bent down and picked up a handful of soil. His hands were not used to hard work, and the dirt felt rough against his fingers. But he did not stop. He began digging, his hands moving slowly at first, then faster. The ants joined in, helping to loosen the soil. Soon, the birds returned with seeds, dropping them one by one into the holes. The monkey covered them with soil, pressing them down carefully. The fish in the river splashed, sending drops of water onto the ground, helping to moisten the soil. The monkey worked for hours. Sweat dripped from his forehead. His arms felt sore, his back ached, and he wanted to rest. But he did not stop. He knew that this was the only way to show that he had truly changed. As the sun began to set, the monkey looked at the work he had done. The seeds were planted, the soil was rich, and soon the trees would begin to grow. He turned to the turtle, breathing heavily. "I have done as you asked," he said. "I have planted the seeds." The turtle nodded. "You have taken the first step," he said. "But remember, change does not happen in a single day. You must continue to care for these trees, water them, protect them, and when they grow tall and strong, share their fruit with everyone." The monkey listened carefully. He had spent his life taking from others, but now he was learning to give. It was a new feeling, but it was not so bad. The other animals watched in approval. The birds chirped, the ants marched happily, and even the bees buzzed more gently. The monkey had taken the first step toward making things right, but his journey was not over yet. He had planted the seeds, but would he truly change? Would he keep his promise and care for the trees? Or would he return to his old greedy ways? Only time would tell. Days passed, and the monkey continued to care for the banana seeds he had planted. Every morning, he woke up early and went to the river to fetch water. He carried the water in large leaves, carefully pouring it over the small patches of soil where the seeds were buried. The turtle watched from a distance, making sure that the monkey kept his promise. First, the monkey struggled. He was not used to working hard. His hands, which had once only grabbed fruits from trees, were now rough from digging and carrying water. His legs, which had always been quick to run and climb, now felt sore from walking back and forth between the river and the banana patch. But he did not stop. He knew that if he failed, the turtle and the other animals would never trust him again. The other animals of the forest also noticed the change in the monkey. The ants, who had once bitten him for his greed, now helped him dig around the plants to keep the soil soft. The birds, who had once mocked him, now sang as they flew above him, dropping small bits of dried leaves to keep the ground moist. Even the bees, who had chased him away, now buzzed gently around the flowers nearby, helping to spread pollen so that more plants could grow. As the days turned into weeks, small green shoots began to rise from the soil. The banana plants were growing, The monkey felt a strange feeling in his heart, something he had never felt before. It was pride, but not the kind that made him boast. It was the kind of pride that came from knowing he had worked hard and done something good. One morning, as the sun rose over the forest, the turtle walked up to the monkey. He looked at the small banana plants, now standing tall and strong, their leaves stretching toward the sky. "You have done well, monkey," he said. "The plants are growing, and soon they will bear fruit. But your work is not finished yet. You must protect them from harm." The monkey frowned. "Protect them?" he asked. "From what?" The turtle looked around. "There are many dangers in the forest," he said. "Strong winds, heavy rains, and even other animals who may try to steal the fruits before they are ready." The monkey nodded. He had never thought about this before. He had always taken food whenever he wanted, never worrying about how it grew or who had planted it. But now these banana plants were his responsibility. He had worked hard for them, and he did not want to see them destroyed. That night, as the forest grew dark, the monkey stayed near the banana patch, keeping watch. The wind blew through the trees, rustling the leaves. Rain began to fall, and the monkey quickly used large leaves to cover the young plants, protecting them from the heavy drops. He shivered in the cold, but he did not leave his spot. A few nights later, another danger came. A group of wild boars entered the forest, their sharp tusks digging into the ground as they searched for food. The monkey saw them coming and felt fear in his heart. The boars were strong and dangerous. If they reached the banana patch, they would destroy everything in minutes. Thinking quickly, the monkey climbed a tree and began throwing nuts and small branches at the boars. The noise startled them, and they looked up, confused. The monkey then jumped from tree to tree, making loud screeching sounds to scare them away. The birds, seeing what the monkey was doing, joined in, flapping their wings and making noise. The ants, sensing danger, crawled out of their nests and bit at the boar's legs. Together, the animals managed to drive the boars away. The monkey climbed down, breathing heavily. He looked at the banana plants. They were safe. He had protected them. The next morning, the turtle came to check on the plants and saw that they were unharmed. "You stayed up all night to protect them," he said. The monkey nodded. "I did," he said. "I did not want to lose them after all the hard work." The turtle smiled. "Then you are learning, monkey. Taking care of something is not just about planting the seeds. It is about protecting them, making sure they grow, and sharing them when the time is right." The monkey felt something warm inside him. For the first time in his life, he understood what it meant to be responsible. He had always taken from others, but now he was learning to give back. And deep in his heart, he knew that this was only the beginning of his journey. As more weeks passed, the banana plants grew taller and stronger. Their large green leaves stretched wide under the sun, and small flowers began to appear. These flowers would soon turn into bananas, and the monkey could hardly wait. He had never before felt such excitement for something he had worked on. Every morning, he checked the plants, making sure the soil was moist and that no animals had disturbed them during the night. One day, the turtle came to visit. He slowly walked around the banana plants, inspecting them carefully. "They are growing well," he said. "Soon they will bear fruit. But remember, monkey, you must wait until the bananas are ripe before you pick them." The monkey nodded, but deep inside he felt impatient. He had worked so hard, watering the plants, protecting them from danger, staying up at night to keep watch. He wanted his reward. He wanted to taste the bananas as soon as possible. A few days later, tiny green bananas started appearing on the plants. The monkey's eyes lit up with excitement. He climbed up one of the plants and touched the small bananas. They were hard and not ready to eat yet, but they looked so delicious, hanging there in bunches. That night, the monkey lay awake, staring at the sky. He could not stop thinking about the bananas. He imagined their sweet taste, the soft texture, and how good it would feel to finally eat them. The more he thought about it, the harder it became to wait. The next morning, before the sun even rose, the monkey climbed up the tallest banana plant and grabbed a bunch of bananas. They were still green, but he did not care. He pulled them off the plant and quickly took a bite. The moment he bit into the banana, his face twisted in disappointment. The banana was hard, bitter, and impossible to chew. It did not taste sweet at all. It was nothing like he had imagined. The monkey spat it out and frowned. Just then the turtle arrived. He looked up and saw the monkey holding the green bananas. The monkey quickly tried to hide them, but the turtle had already seen what had happened. "You did not listen, monkey," the turtle said. "I told you to wait. The bananas are not ready yet." The monkey felt embarrassed. He looked at the half-eaten banana in his hand and sighed. "I thought they would taste good," he admitted. The turtle nodded. "That is the problem with impatience," he said. "When you take something before it is ready, you ruin it. The bananas needed more time to grow, to ripen, to become sweet. But now you have wasted them." The monkey looked at the plant. The bunch of bananas he had picked was gone, and nothing could bring it back. He had waited so long, but in his greed, he had ruined his own reward. For the next few days, the monkey watched the other banana plants carefully. He saw how the bananas grew bigger and slowly changed color. The green bananas turned yellow, and the air filled with a sweet smell. Then, one morning, the turtle came back and smiled. "Now, monkey, the bananas are ready." The monkey climbed up the plant and picked one of the ripe bananas. He peeled it and took a bite. This time it was perfect, sweet, soft, and full of flavor. He closed his eyes, enjoying every bite. He looked at the turtle and said, "You were right. Waiting makes the reward better." The turtle nodded. Patience is not easy, but it always brings the best results. The monkey had learned another important lesson. He had spent his whole life taking things whenever he wanted, never thinking about the right time. But now he understood the value of waiting, of letting things happen when they were meant to. As he enjoyed the bananas, he thought about how much he had changed. He was no longer just a greedy monkey. He was learning to be patient, to work hard, and to do things the right way. and for the first time in his life he felt truly happy. The monkey had finally learned the value of patience. But deep inside, his old greedy nature was still there. Even though he had waited for the bananas to ripen and enjoyed their sweetness, a small part of him wished he had them all for himself. He started to think about how he could get more without sharing them with the turtle. One evening, as the sun was setting, the monkey sat on a high tree branch, looking at the banana plants. The turtle had helped him from the beginning, teaching him how to plant, take care of the plants, and wait for the right time. But now that the bananas were ripe and ready, the monkey started to feel differently. Why should he share them with the turtle? He was the one who had watered the plants every day. He was the one who had climbed the trees and protected the bananas. He believed he deserved more. The monkey came up with a plan. That night, when the turtle was sleeping, the monkey quietly climbed down from his tree and tiptoed toward the banana plants. The air was filled with the delicious scent of ripe bananas, making his mouth water. He carefully plucked the biggest, juiciest bananas, making sure not to make any noise. One by one, he placed them in a pile, preparing to take them away before the turtle could wake up. But just as he was about to leave with his stolen bananas, he heard a voice behind him. "Monkey, what are you doing?" The monkey froze. He slowly turned around and saw the turtle watching him from the shadows. The turtle's eyes were calm, but there was disappointment in his voice. The monkey quickly tried to come up with an excuse. "Oh, turtle, I was just checking if the bananas were safe. I didn't want any animals to steal them, so I thought I should move them to a safer place." The turtle shook his head. "Monkey, I have known you for a long time. I can see what you are doing. You were trying to take all the bananas for yourself, weren't you?" The monkey looked at the pile of bananas and then back at the turtle. He knew there was no point in lying. He had been caught, but instead of feeling guilty, he felt angry. "Yes, I was taking them," the monkey said. "I did most of the work. I watered the plants. I climbed the trees. I watched over them. So why should I share?" The turtle sighed. "Monkey, when we planted these banana trees, we did it together. We agreed to share. But now you are letting greed take over your heart. You already learned to be patient. But what is the use of patience if you cannot learn kindness?" The monkey clenched his fists. He did not want to listen. He had waited, he had worked hard, and he wanted his reward. He grabbed as many bananas as he could and started running toward the forest, leaving the turtle behind. But the turtle did not chase after him. Instead, he simply smiled and whispered to himself, "Greed always leads to trouble. The monkey will soon learn this in his own way." The monkey, still holding the bananas tightly, ran deep into the jungle. He thought he had won. He thought he had outsmarted the turtle. He climbed the tallest tree, sat on a thick branch, and looked down at his stolen bananas. He grinned, feeling proud of himself. "Now I don't have to share. I can eat all of them by myself." But as he peeled the first banana and took a bite, he did not realize that danger was already coming. In his greed, he had forgotten about the other animals of the jungle. The smell of ripe bananas was strong, and it had attracted unwanted attention. A group of wild monkeys had been watching him from the trees. They had seen him run into the forest with a pile of bananas. They were hungry, and they were much stronger than him. Slowly, they started moving toward him. Their eyes filled with hunger and mischief. The monkey was too busy eating to notice. He did not see the danger until it was too late. By the time he realized what was happening, the wild monkeys had already surrounded his tree. They bared their teeth, ready to take what he had stolen. The monkey's heart pounded. He looked around, trying to find a way to escape, but there was none. The wild monkeys leaped onto the tree, and before he could even react, they grabbed the bananas from his hands. "Hey, those are mine!" the monkey shouted, trying to fight back. But the wild monkeys were too many. They snatched every single banana, not leaving even one for him. Within moments, the monkey was left with nothing. He watched helplessly as the wild monkeys disappeared into the jungle. Laughing and eating his stolen bananas, he sat on the tree branch, stunned. He had thought he was being clever, but now he had nothing. Not only had he lost the bananas, but he had also lost the trust of the turtle. For the first time he felt true regret. His greed had led him here. If he had shared with the turtle, he would have still had some bananas to enjoy. But now he was alone, hungry, and ashamed. He sighed and looked up at the night sky. He had made a terrible mistake, and now he would have to face the consequences. The monkey sat on the tree branch for a long time, staring into the darkness of the jungle. He had lost everything. The bananas were gone, taken by the wild monkeys. His greed had not only made him lose his food, but it had also left him feeling empty inside. He had tricked the turtle, taken more than his share, and in the end, he had nothing left. For the first time, he truly thought about what the turtle had told him. Patience was important, but so was kindness. What was the use of working hard and waiting if, in the end, he let greed take control? If he had shared with the turtle, he would not be sitting there alone, hungry and ashamed. The jungle around him was quiet now. The wild monkeys were gone, and the only sound he could hear was the rustling of leaves in the wind. He thought about going back to the turtle, but he hesitated. What if the turtle was still angry? What if the turtle refused to forgive him? The monkey had betrayed his friend, and he did not know if he could fix it. But as he sat there, hunger gnawed at his stomach, and loneliness filled his heart. He realized he had no choice. The turtle was the only friend he had, and he had to try to make things right. Slowly, he climbed down from the tree and started walking back to the river, where the turtle lived. The journey back felt long, and with every step, the monkey thought about what he would say. He could not lie to the turtle again. He could not make excuses. He had to tell the truth. When he finally reached the river, the turtle was sitting near the water, watching the moon's reflection on the surface. The monkey hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Turtle," he said softly. The turtle turned his head and looked at the monkey. His expression was calm, but there was no anger in his eyes. The monkey lowered his head. I was wrong, he admitted. I let my greed take over, and I tried to take all the bananas for myself. I thought I was being clever, but in the end, I lost everything. The wild monkeys stole all the bananas, and I was left with nothing. The turtle listened quietly, letting the monkey speak. I should have shared with you, the monkey continued. I should have remembered that we worked together, and it was never just mine to take. I was selfish and I betrayed your trust. I don't know if you will ever forgive me, but I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. For a moment, there was silence. The monkey waited, feeling nervous. He knew the turtle had every right to turn him away. But then, the turtle smiled. Monkey, he said, I knew you would learn your lesson one day. Greed never brings happiness. You see, you thought you were winning by taking all the bananas, but in the end, you lost more than just the fruit. You lost my trust, and you lost your own peace. The monkey nodded. I understand now. The turtle looked at the monkey for a moment and then said, I forgive you. The monkey's eyes widened. You do? Yes, the turtle said, but only if you promise to change. A true friend does not just say sorry. A true friend proves it through their actions. The monkey thought about the turtle's words. Saying sorry was easy, but proving it was harder. He had to show through his actions that he had changed. I promise, the monkey said, I will be better. I will not let greed control me again. The turtle nodded. Then let us start fresh. Tomorrow we can plant new banana trees. This time we will take care of them together. And when they grow, we will share them fairly. The monkey smiled, feeling a sense of relief. He had lost the bananas, but he had gained something even more valuable. Another chance to be a better friend. That night, as the monkey lay under the stars, he felt something he had not felt in a long time. Peace. He had learned his lesson. He had almost let greed destroy everything. But in the end, he had realized that true happiness came not from having more, but from sharing what he had. The next morning, the monkey and the turtle worked side by side, planting new banana trees. The monkey no longer thought about how many bananas he would get. He no longer wanted to take more than his share. He was simply happy to work together with his friend, knowing that when the bananas finally grew, they would both enjoy them equally. And so, the monkey had finally learned the most important lesson of all. Patience, kindness, and fairness always bring more happiness than greed ever could. That's the end of the story. If you enjoyed the story, please like, share, and subscribe for more exciting tales. Check out our other videos and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for the next adventure. Thanks for watching.